Hi viewers, welcome to Clark Technologies. Today we are going to see what are the new features introduced by MuleSoft in terms of DataWeave upgradation. DataWeave 2.3.0 version is released in MuleSoft. It has introduced a lot of features. One of them is update operator, which is a very excellent feature which will be useful for us to update input parameters or any key value pairs instead of using the old method of map and map object kind of stuff. So we are going to see in this video how we can utilize this update operator in terms of couple of examples. So if you are visiting our channel for the first time, please subscribe Clark Technologies and press the bell icon so that whenever we uploaded a new video, you will get notified. Okay, let's get started. So for this, I am going to use DataWeave editor, which is actually available. Instead of using the Anypoint Studio, you can directly use this DataWeave editor. One of our video I have seen how you can use this, but if you are visiting this for the first time, this is the one, data dwlang.fun. This is the one, the URL. Once you entered it, it will open up this playground for you, DataWeave playground, so that you can use it. And you can do the transformations here, and once you are satisfied with your output response, then you can copy this transformation to your actual code and then you can use it. Okay, otherwise you can use the Anypoint Studio as well. So for a couple of examples, I'll use this, and for another examples, I'll use Anypoint Studio. Okay, so let's get started. Let's take an example. Like I have a employee data kind of like this: employee ID, name, address, street, postal code, city. This is only one object. We will see how we can do this for array of objects as well, but for this example we will see how we can update a particular field in this input. Like for example, here my address is Hyderabad, right? So if I would like to update this field to India, or I need to append some value for this address, I need to modify this complete value. We can use it by using the update operator. Let's see how we can utilize it. I'll just copy this example. Instead of the default value, I'm actually replacing it with my thing. So we need to use update operator in this way: payload and provide the keyword update. Okay, and see, once you click on the update, it will show you the case syntax. So you need to use how many fields you are going to update. You can use for that each and every case statement. Okay, in our case, I would like to update this address as a new address, and employee ID as some IND employee ID. Okay, so let's see how we can update this, and we can see the output here. Okay, I'm going to write the first case where I'm going to update the address field. So to do that case, and we need to select that field. We need to write the field name, key name here. Okay, and uh, this is the syntax actually. At that at dot address, which field you are going to update, you need to select this, and after this arrow mark you need to provide the value. What is the new value you are going to update? See, when I put quotation here, it is taking the question mark as the actual value, and it is updating the question mark as the address here in the output. Okay, so just like that, you can provide any value here. In my case, I am giving new address, something, new address in India, something, whatever you are going to write, you can do anything. So see how simple it is. Instead of using the update operator earlier, we are going to use map or map object. We need to iterate that values, and we need to pick that particular key value pair. We need to replace that value, something like that. But with using update operator, it is very straightforward and it very easy to use. So like this, I have updated address. Right now, I am going to update employee ID field as well. Okay. To do that, you need to write another case, and you need to select that field, that employee ID, and you need to select that field again here, whichever the one you are going to update. Then the arrow mark, And here if you are going to hard code the value, you can give it in quotation. Otherwise how you can do is like, see, empty quotations, it is always picking the empty quotation here. Otherwise you can update it by using your variables also. So yes, this is the data language one. Here I am going to use I need to create one identifier and I need to refer that identifier here. But in your actual data view Anypoint Studio, if you have saved any value in particular variable, you need to refer that variable by using the syntax where's dot empid something. If let's say if we have saved our new value in employee id. Okay, I'll show you how we can replace this dynamic value by using this tool here. Okay, so here I need to create a new identifier empid, and once I click on this it will ask for a value for me. I need to give value like I can give ind123 h5d. This value going to be my new value for employee id. Okay, so I'm going to refer that variable here. See, once you refer that value here, dynamically it will take that value and update here. This is how you can use update operator for a single object. I mean the single value. Now let's see how we can update multiple objects, array of objects by iterating the values by using the update operator, and how we can do that. Okay, let's take a bulk of array of objects for at least 3 values, and we will proceed further. So in this example, we will see how we can use this update operator based on some particular conditions. So we can use this update operator to satisfy some conditions also, like it's called conditional update. If particular condition is satisfied, then you can update particular fields, right? Okay, so in this example, I would like to update this postal code field and city field. If postal code matches to this 5 million, then I would like to append hyphen India as a updated value for this. And if city matches to Bangalore, then I would like to append Karnataka as a another new value for this value. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. To do that, you need to first iterate this input payload by using the actual map operator. Okay, and inside that you need to create one object, like here I would like to use employee as my object. So I would like to do operations on my this employee object. So now inside this I would like to use this employee update object. See, without any updations it will take the actual direct value here and it will display here. Now I would like to do the actual update operation. So you need to use the update keyword here, and inside that you can write as many as the case conditions based on your requirement. In my example, I would like to update only 2 fields, right? So I can expect only 2 case conditions here. So case postal code. So at postal code, and here now I am going to use if condition. If this postal code contains that 5 million, then I would like to update this value. So I can use the postal code if condition here. So postal code contains 5 millions. Then after this arrow, you need to provide the actual updated value. Now I would like to append the India. So I'm going to take the actual existing value, and then I'm going to append it by using the append operator. I'm going to append India for this. See, if you can observe the output here, We have two objects, but only postal code 5 million contains only this object. So we can expect this object should not be updated. Okay, so this object only need to be updated. How we can do that? If it contains the 5000 5 million, it will take the existing value by appending hyphen India. So if you can see, it will update it. The value is getting updated here for this object, and this value remains same because this doesn't satisfy this condition. Okay, so now let's see how we can do that. Whenever the city is Bangalore, how we can append another value for this city field. So here I'm going to write another case condition. Case city where the city contains Bangalore. So case city, and I'm going to write if condition here. And I'm going to give the updated value by appending this. Otherwise, you can give the direct value here by hard coding as just like in our previous example. Okay. So you can give anything like this. If you would like to append this one, you can just give the original value here, and then you can use the concat operator. You can append it. Otherwise, you can give the direct value also, just like in our previous example. You can do anyway. So this is how we can use update operator based for the conditional updates. Based on some conditions, if you would like to update the input payload response to a new payload, you can utilize this in a very easy way. Interesting, right? So let us see one more utilization of this update operator. This update operator will be used as a upset operator also. It means like if any field is not available in your input payload, input request, it will add particular key value pair. It will add that as a new field, and it will provide that value. If the value is if the key value pair is already available, then it will update that value, just like upset operation, yeah, in Salesforce or any other operator. Like whenever the value is there, it will update. If the key value pair is not there, it will insert, upset. Okay, let's see that example as well. So to do that, let me do one thing. Let's take one other field like email field here in this first object, and we cannot insert this email here in the input. So let's see the difference. I'm going to add email field here. Okay. So now I have added email file here. Let me remove this. And let us see. So now our requirement is if email field is visible, we need to update that value. If email field is not there, we need to insert that email field in a result. So if you can observe this example carefully, for our first object, we have the email field. For the second object, we don't have the email field. Okay. So once we do this upset operator, once we utilize this update operator as an upset, now you can understand how we can do this. Okay, so now let's use the payload map, and this time I will take user object. Just like I'm just to differentiate, I will give the username here instead of using employee. Okay, so now I'm going to take this user like whatever the name, if you have given here, you need to take the same name. You can give any name here. Okay, and this user object I'm going to update. So in this case, as we discussed, I would like to, one second. Yeah, here, here I would like to update that email ID field. So to do that, I will take another case statement here. Email at dot email, and if this is not equal to, and if this is not null, then insert. Otherwise, you need to uh, update it. So like this, if email is not, if email field is not there, now this if condition will execute. If email equal to null, okay. Now here I am going to give a new email ID address. So testing mulesoft @gmail.com. This is a dummy email ID. Okay. So if email ID is null, it will insert this value. Otherwise, so else, it will take the actual email field which is available. So in this way, we need to write the case statement like this. Case email field, whichever the field you are going to do, and not, then you can write that condition here. If email equal to null, then it will insert the field like email field with this value. Else it will take the actual email field. So let's observe this output here. So see, the first in the first object, email field and with some value is already there. So that is why it is just displaying the same value which we have in our input payload. Okay, but here in the second object, email field is not there. We don't have any field with the name of email. So that is why, as per our update code, what it has done, it has introduced a new email field here with the value which we have provided here. So email field with testingmulesoft@gmail.com. So this is how you can use the update operator as a upset statement also. Okay. I hope you guys like this video, and we are going to provide more examples and more new features of data view in our next part of the video. So please subscribe our channel and please press the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever we uploaded new video in our Clad Technologies. Please subscribe Clad Technologies and support us. Please like, share and comment if you like this video. Thank you.